on departure route. Initial altitude is flight level 55. Expect flight level 100 then 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 7517, QNH 1019er.
Clear to destination airport via GOR Lima 1 Papa. Initial altitude is flight level 55. Expecting flight level 100. Squawk 7517.
British Airways 2.
Airport is filed. My runway heading, climb and maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is 118.0.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
I'm ready for the brief.
Okay, we have no MEL issues today. I will be the pilot flying. It will be a standard takeoff using noise abatement departure procedure 2. The departure will be an ATC assigned SID. We will use flaps 1 for takeoff. Runway condition is dry. As for anti-ice, it's not required. Engine bleeds will be on. From 0 to 100 knots, for any malfunction I'll call reject and confirm the auto brakes are operating. If not operating, I will apply maximum manual braking and maximum domestic thrust and come to a full stop on the runway. After full stop on the runway, we make a decision on further. From 100 knots to V1, I will only reject one of the following 3 reasons: engine fire, engine failure, or a takeoff configuration warning horn. At and above V1 will continue into the air, and the only actions below 400 feet are for you to silence any alarm bells and confirm any failures. Above 400 feet I'll call for failure action drills as required, and you will perform memory items. At 800 feet above field elevation I'll call for altitude hold, and will retract the flaps on schedule. At 1500 feet I will call for the checklist. If we're above maximum landing weight, we'll make a decision on whether to perform an overweight landing as the situation requires. If we have a wheel well, engine or wing fire, I will turn the aircraft in such a way the flames will be downwind and we will evacuate via the upwind side. If we have a cargo fire, I want you to ensure the emergency services do not open the cargo doors until the evacuation is completed. Any questions?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Hi Captain, may we start boarding now? Great.
Test. Pass.
Delivery Shamrock
Check.
613, one stand by 21 with level clearance for Dublin.
Shamrock 613, you clearance Dublin, Burger departure, runway 01 left to squawk 0167.
Okay, Burger departure 01 left, 0167 squawk.
Report ready.
Ready.
I'm ready for the checklist when you are. Flight deck door. Fuel. Passenger signs.
Hi Captain, the cabin is ready to go. If you need anything, just let me know.
Windows. MCP. Takeoff speeds. CDU pre-flight. Rudder and aileron trim. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Anti-collision light. Before start checklist complete.
Clearance delivery, British Airways 2761. Request startup.
British Airways 2761. Startup is approved. Contact ground control on 121.7 when ready for taxi.
Startup approved. Ground control on 121.7. British Airways 2761.
One left, 607 for taxi.
Go ahead.
Strong 7, taxi runway 2424.
Your walk around is complete. Doors and hatches are closed. Cleared for engine start. Let me know when you're ready to disconnect.
Check. Starting number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is the captain. On behalf of myself and all the crew, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you aboard. We'll be ready to depart in just a few moments, so please sit back, relax and enjoy the service. And as ever, thank you for choosing to fly with us. We know you have a choice, so we certainly appreciate your custom, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Starter cutout. Starting number 1.
Okay, everything's fine down here. Wish you a nice flight.
Gentlemen, welcome on board today. This is your purser speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in the seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment and rules of the aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, the lighted information signs and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit lines and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate
Starter cutout.
exit view and note that the nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen mask
Check.
will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with
Take
the
off
mask.
flaps,
Place
set.
the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life jacket is located under your seat. Tighten the straps and once outside the aircraft, pull on the tabs to...
I'm ready for the checklist when you are.
If the jacket fails to inflate...
Generators.
Place the neck.
ProATC.
Your jacket is equipped with a light that will automatically
Anti-ice.
illuminate.
Isolation valves.
Non-smoking flight. Smoking is not...
Engine start switches.
...or in the lavatory. Cabin lights
Recall.
are now turned off. Reading light buttons
Water brake.
over your head. Thank you very
Engine
much.
start levers. Flight controls. Ground equipment. Before taxi checklist complete.
Ground control, British Airways 2761. Request taxi.
British Airways 2761. Taxi via Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha 12 Bravo Echo 5 Echo 4 November 1 to hold in position runway 27. When on position, contact tower on 118.1.
Via Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha 12 Bravo Echo 5 Echo 4 November 1 to holding position runway 27. Tower on 118.1. British Airways 2761.
Clear right. Hello, flight deck. Great, thank you. Captain, the cabin is secure. Flaps. Stabilizer trim. Flaps 1. Before takeoff checklist complete. Takeoff flaps set. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Tower, British Airways 2761 on holding position. Runway 27, request straight out.
British Airways 2761, line up runway 27.
Lining up runway 27, British Airways 2761.
Check. Clear on the approach.
Clear to land, runway niner, Pacifica 8435.
Ready to go.
Approaching 27. Runway 27.
British Airways 2761, wind 250 at 11. Fly runway heading, when airborne contact departure on 118.07. Runway 27 cleared for takeoff. Good flight.
Runway heading to flight level 55. Departure on 118.07. Cleared for takeoff 27. British Airways 2761.
Check. Thrust set. $80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive right. Gear up. VNav.
Departure control.
Gear up. Lights out. LNav.
With you passing 500 for flight level 55.
British Airways 2761, cleared by GOR Lima 1 for power, climb to flight level 55.
Cleared via GOR Lima 1 Papa. Departure route, climbing flight level 55. British Airways 2761.
British Airways 2761, climb to flight level 120.
Climbing flight level 120. British Airways 2761.
Flight level 230 set. Transition altitude, altimeters 1013. Flaps up. Engine bleeds on. Packs. Auto. Landing gear up and off. Flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete.
just reached our cruise altitude, and that means the seatbelt lights will be going off, so if you feel the need to answer the call major, you're free to do so. However, while you are in your seat, we'd appreciate it if you'd do what we do up here and keep your seatbelt fastened for safety reasons. Thank you very much.
Airways 2761, contact London, control on 118.82.
118.82, British Airways 2761. Radio control, this is British Airways 2761, with you on flight level 240.
British Airways 2761, identified, continue airway UL980.
Via UL980, British Airways 2761.
Ladies and gentlemen from flight deck, we've just commenced our descent, so we'd appreciate it if you'd do what we do up here, which is remain in your seats. Thank you. Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
Okay, we will be arriving by the ATC assigned start. As for the approach, we can expect an ILS approach into our destination. Landing runway condition is dry. Anti-ice is not required. Landing flap will be 30. Auto braking will use level 2. Engine bleeds will be on. Decision height will be 100 feet. Any questions?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
I'm ready for the checklist when you are. Pressurization, landing altitude, 150 feet. Recall, checked. Water rate, level 2. Landing data, VREF, 144. Minimums, 100 feet. Approach briefing completed. Descent checklist complete.
Airways 2761, contact approach control on 118.905.
118.905, British Airways 2761. Approach control, British Airways 2761, with you passing flight level 200 on flight level 240, and or heading at 235 on approach request vectors.
British Airways 2761, cleared ILS approach via LUM Bravo Tree Echo arrival route ILS26 Lima, approach maintain present altitude.
Cleared ILS approach via LUM Bravo Tree Echo arrival route maintain present altitude. British Airways 2761.
flight level 130.
Descending to flight level 130, British Airways 2761.
Italia 24 linea alta, l'Italia
British Airways 2761, descend to flight level 90.
Descending to flight level 90, British Airways 2761.
Tracking 406, what's your indicated airspeed? Getting 250, tracking 406. Thank you, continue 250 knots or more to advise. 250 more to advise,
British Airways 2761, descend to 3000 QNH 1018.
Descending to 3000.
Airways 2761, descend to 2000 QNH 1018.
Descending to 2000.
100. Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
So good morning, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, runway 27 left.
4,000 feet, runway 27 left, television 598.
Good afternoon, London Control, Easy 402 with you, flight level 130. Easy 402, hello to fly heading speed 3503, no speed restrictions, expect back straight to the coast. Radar heading 350 degrees, flight level 130, no speed restrictions, Easy 402. Midland 7 Alpha X-ray, 737 with Golf, descending flight level 100 to Lambourne and flying to 250. The Midland 7 Alpha X-ray, maintain 250 knots, and you have it, and leave Lambourne heading 265. Roger, maintain the speed and leave Lambourne heading 265. Midland 7 Alpha X-ray. And report when you are at 250 knots. Wilco, we're 270 now.
Hello, flight deck. Great, thank you. Captain, the cabin is secure. Transition level. Altimeters 1, 0, 1, 3. Approach checklist complete. Flap swap. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Crosshair 876, right heading 350.
Airways 2761, clear to intercept localizer, runway 26 left. ILS is available on 110.9, tower at the marker. Frequency 124.22.
Intercepting localizer, runway 26 left. Tower at the marker. 124.22. British Airways 2761.
Flaps 5. Flaps 2. flaps 10.
Up 3, roger.
1,000 to go.
Confirm you can enter runway 24, but prepare to vacate. Enter 24, be prepared to vacate your top 3.
Flaps 15. Gear down. Speed brakes up, reverse straight.